Hey guys, layout update time. Well, while I'm waiting to get all of the turnouts in for the expansion, I figured there's a little bit of work I can do over here, which is kind of ripping up some of the track here that goes into the north end of the yard and our little not run around, our little main line right here. And you can see I've got all the track ripped up over here, and actually coming out of the yard, that's just a piece of new track that I'm kind of sizing up right there. So you can see where the turnout used to be, kind of scraped everything up, wet it down, and because it was all glued down, ripped it up, and that's about where that turnout, which you see back there, it's going to be all the way back there a little bit, so pushed back a little bit farther. Like I said, the turnout used to be right here, connected up to the existing track. So since I've got one left-hand turnout, I can at least get that started, get that turnout in place before I get all the other stuff. So let's see how far I get over here. And as you can see over here from the interior, kind of moved stuff around, got the little kind of bridge out of the way, got a few other things out of the way right here. Boy, it kind of opens this place up right here, right next to the salvage yard. But that's kind of what that little bridge thing is supposed to do, sort of divide this from that. So anyway, here's where you can see what I'm going for. Here's our turnout. I think our turnout's going to be right about there. So you can see it used to be over there, but we're going to move it, and unfortunately I got some drops right there, so I'm gonna have to be redoing drops and stuff. But if I get this turnout right about there, and then we'll get this track cut, get everything put together, and then we still got to do drops and everything. Oh, it should be fun. All right, like I said, let's see how far I can get on this thing before I give up, or at least give up for the day. All right, guys, I think I'm ready to get cutting over here. So just kind of measuring it out, measure twice, cut once kind of deal. Just double checking everything. I think this is where I'm going to cut it, so I'm just laying the track here just to get an idea. I'm going to cut right at this this tie right there. And I probably forgot which one it was already. It's got it looked up. Let me see, what was I saying? Yeah, right about there. All right, there's a little mark right there. All right, let's get to cutting. Gotta move a few palm trees out of the way over here. Right there. So I think I'm just gonna cut right there and right there. I've already pulled the wires off. All right. All right. That was easy enough. Looks like a nice clean cut. And like I said, I've already disconnected the wires right there because I just chopped them off. So we're getting a little bit of progress here. Let's get this out of the way, and we'll start getting our turnout in. All right, so next step is to kind of clean up the rails over here after the cut. It's been painted before, so I got a little wire brush here on my Dremel. Just going to kind of clean this up either side so we get a good connection once we actually do get power working into this track again. All right, there, looking good. I know it doesn't show up on the camera there, but I've taken a lot of the paint off there and made a nice, especially along the bottom rail, they made it, nice and cleaned up, ready for the connectors here, or the rail joiners. So I'm just gonna stick a couple brand new ones on here. I know I'm getting my big fat hand in the way here. I might have to do a little cleanup right there. I see a little bit of a burr right there. See if I can get that on. This is exciting, huh? There we go. Looking good. Just use a little bit of a tie here to push those in, and you can see I've taken one of the ties off right here. Obviously, that's about as far as it's going to go because there's plastic underneath there, and that's fine. All right, let's see if we can get our turnout in. All right, there you go. So what I did was just stuck the turnout on there, kind of shoved the rail joiner in a little bit, which was good because there wasn't a lot of plastic right there, and left just enough, a little tiny little gap right there for a little bit of expansion in my garage here. So I know I get a lot of questions about, because I'm always complaining about the heat and everything else. Do I have issues with my track? Well, I guess the way I lay it, it's sort of, I actually sort of incorporate some expansion into the rails here. So almost all of my little sections right here, let's see if we can get that in the light right there. You can see right here at this turnout, there's a good little gap right there. So every connection, somehow, or not somehow, but at some point has a decent amount of expansion room. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and let that focus. I'm going to go ahead and connect up the rest of the track there and kind of pin it down. I'm going to have to cut the flex track right here. I won't show you all that, but we'll see. We'll see it once it's all done. All right, guys. Yeah, I think I got it cut. It's starting to look good there. The curve on here is not too bad. It's actually a little bit. Well, the way I kind of reworked it, it's actually a little bit, I guess, looser than the previous one here. So, and I'm not too concerned here with this end of the yard because it's sort of, we don't do a lot of work in here. This is strictly just kind of, used for just getting in and out of that end of the yard. I mean, really, most of the work happens over on the other end of the yard here. But as you can see, turnout over there and the run down to it nice and straight. And then if we take a look over here, this one right here, looking nice and straight too. No kinks or anything like that. That was one of the things I had in it before. I had a little bit of a kink right there, and I just didn't like it when I was shooting right over here. And since we're gonna have yet another turnout here, and then have our track running up across the Santa Ana River here. Don't worry, this is gonna get cut out here. Kind of wanted this to look a little bit better here than it did. As you know, even though I got toilet paper rolls over there. Anyway, guys, making some progress here. Just got to wait for the other turnouts to show up. In the meantime, we're gonna stake this down and maybe do a little bit of drilling. We gotta make new drops over here, I think, for this, and we'll see. Anyway, till next time, guys. Hope you enjoy that update. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and all that good stuff. And hopefully, maybe before I get my turnouts in, which I did order from Yankee Dabbler, and used BNSF 6951. I think that's the right one. I keep getting dyslexic on those numbers. Use his discount code there, so thank you very much. Get like 6% off. Anyway, before we get the turnouts in, maybe I'll run a little bit of ops over here. Till next time, guys. Take care.